channel, and you don't need to like record or take notes because everything is available on our YouTube channel, which I'm going to share so that you can subscribe to. Okay, hold on a minute. It's just getting situated here. Okay, so I just want to let you know that it's getting live streamed on our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to our channel and watch the recordings and everything. Okay, so let's get started. Welcome to the BSMD webinar. I'm just going to show you what it takes to build a profile, right? First, you need to understand what are the different options. I mean, what is a BSMD or a BSDO program? And then later on, how do you build a profile for that, right? Yes, you decided that it is a good option for you if you're a student or if you're a parent, but how do you go about building that profile right from grade 8 or grade 9 or 10 or 11? But if you're in senior year, it's already too late. It's time to submit the college application. So I'm just going to get started. Any questions, please put them in the chat and I will address them. Okay, so let me just quickly get started. I have so many windows open. I'm just going to get started. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to go over the BSMD admissions process and I will address all your questions. Okay. So a bit about me. I'm an immigrant. I studied in India, and I was frustrated with the lack of clarity in the college admission process when my older son was applying. And that led me to quit my corporate job and do college counseling. This is what I do. This is my main gig. And I have about 20 people who work with me. And all our counselors are all trained in UC Berkeley way of college counseling. Okay. Then this is my qualification. I'm a Tony Robbins certified life coach. I'm a positive psychology coach. Basically, I help ADHD, and I just want to tell you a little bit about the prefrontal cortex of the brain that is right here, and it's developing. That is where all the focus, study skills, priority, everything is in the prefrontal cortex of the brain. But unfortunately, that's the part that is most used, right? And it's underdeveloped. It's still developing for that matter. So I help students build that skills and everything. I'm a meditation instructor and I'm a college counselor from UC Berkeley. My whole staff is trained in the UC Berkeley way of college counseling and career counseling. Okay. And this is my family. I studied in REC Calicut, or it's called NIT Calicut, which is a tier 2 Ivy from India. My husband graduated from Harvard Extension School. It took him just about 5 years. I mean, he persevered. He went through a lot of obstacles to finish it. And my older son, which is why I started this company, has already graduated from Georgia Tech in 3.5 years with a master's, right? So I had to keep up with him. I had to get that information, and I wanted to provide a platform for every single high school student. It doesn't matter what level they are. Everyone is unique. Everyone is special. Everybody needs that kind of mentorship. Okay. And my younger son is a rising senior. He's applying to colleges. And guess what? I'm not his counselor. A surgeon cannot operate on their family. So I had to hire my mentor to help him apply to colleges and everything. I live in Chester Springs, Pennsylvania, a wonderful suburb of Philly. And I've had over 20 years of corporate experience. Okay. So let's just I just want to let you know who this program is for, Gifted Gabber is for, and everything. Okay, so you're in the right place if you want to skyrocket your child's success. You want to create an unbeatable profile for BSMD. This is your place. Okay, you'll get like expert mentorship. advanced study skills, passion projects, everything. Okay. And you want to outplay the competition, right? It's extremely competitive, and we will help you get there. And you want to fuel your child's learning. We want to make our children eternal learners. That's what we can do as parents or as a student, is learn. And that's what students get from us, is learning from the expert, right? So that's what we offer. And this is the agenda that we're going to cover today. You're going to learn about the different medical paths. Yes, you are here to learn about the BSMD, BSDO, but I'm going to tell you about something that is like in between the traditional and the BSMD. The traditional path as well, there's nothing wrong with that. That is our backup. BSMD versus BSDO, ingredients of a successful medical candidate. I'll show you our results and our edge or our solutions. Okay. Also, gifted gapper is not for you if you're looking for shortcuts. You're very hardworking as a parent and you feel like your child doesn't need to put that hard work or effort. This is not the place for you. And also, if you feel like minimal effort and overnight, you're looking for overnight success, it never works. And also, you feel like grades alone is going to land you in the BSMD programs, then that's not going to help you either. And if you're seeking for a deal and not quality, we are not for you. Okay. Okay, so I also have a scholarship, a course that I offer, which you're going to get for free, which has all the colleges that offer merit scholarships, every kind of scholarship that is there. Okay, and that you will get at the end of the webinar. And okay, so let's get ready. Our success. I just want to share that my students have gotten into Stanford, UPenn, Cornell, Harvard, Pre-Med, Carnegie Mellon, all the UCs, Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt, just about everywhere that is there, they've gotten in. Okay, and specifically BSMD, we have students who've gotten into Harvard Pre-Med, St. Louis, Texas NMed, Augusta, St. Bonaventure, Hofstra, Vanderbilt, NYU, South Alabama. I mean, pretty much a lot of BSMD programs. We've had experience with students applying, as well as students. We also talk to students who've gone in there to understand how the program is working for them. Okay, so let's get started. All about the medical programs, what are the different paths? One is the traditional route where students do the undergrad, do the MCAT, and then apply to medical school. So it's a whole different application process, which is every medical school that they apply through a platform, which is called AMC AAS. And that is the traditional route. If you're multitasking, please come back. If you want to take a snapshot, this is something that you need to take a snapshot of because it's going to come back in another way for the BSMD. So for the medical school admission, you need an MCAT score, overall GPA, shadowing experience, clinical experience, research experience. They need publications as well. They need volunteering experiences and letters of recommendation. Okay. And this is an early assurance program. This is something that's in between the traditional and the BSMD, where the student gets to apply for the BSMD program in the sophomore year. Okay, means they've spent 2 years in college and they get to apply for the BSMD program at the second year. Okay, and the advantages are that at 17, when they're applying to colleges, they kind of don't know what they're getting into, and it's a huge commitment. And I really like this early assurance program that kind of gives them like 2 more years to decide whether they want to commit. Okay, and so it's somewhere in between as well. And next is a combined medical program, which is the BSMD, which is basically an 8-year program. So you're locked in. There is guarantee that you will get into the MD program, and there's no separate application in between. Got it? So you get acceptance into either the 7-year or the 8-year medical program. Okay, it has different names. It's called the Accelerated Medical Program, the Direct Medical Program, all these kind of BSMD and everything. Okay, so it is a conditional acceptance. Okay, so students have to meet certain criteria, which is the GPA, and again there is an MCAT score requirement, but the only advantage is that you don't need to go through another application process, or there's no uncertainty that, oh, am I going to go to medical school or not? Got it? So that is the advantage. And I tell people that just apply for this. It's like scaling the Mount Everest. Got it? It's difficult, but it's not impossible. If you train to scale the Mount Everest, you're going to reach the base camp, which is pretty good, which is good for your pre-med as well. So building your profile for BSMD is also going to help you build the overall profile for the medical field. Okay, so that is what it is, but it's a unique challenge, and the acceptance rate is notoriously low, 1 to 5%. And why is that? Because the colleges or the institutions need to get specialists, they need to get like special equipment, like labs and surgical theaters and everything. And it's very expensive for colleges to run a BSMD program. And that's why they are looking for students who can survive there, right? So that's why they're like so selective in selecting a candidate. Okay. And there's another excellent option, which is the DO. Okay, DO physicians come back into the mainstream. If you have a primary care physician, next time you go to them, ask them where they are from. Okay, my primary care physician, Dr. Holgado, is a DO, and he's an exceptionally good doctor. Okay, so doctor of osteopathy physicians come back into the mainstream with either family medicine, internal medicine, OBGYN, pediatrics, everywhere they come back. So it's a very, very popular area to pursue as well. Okay. So the only difference between MD and DO is MD is modern medicine or allopathy, and DO is osteopathic manipulative treatment, which is more spine-based, but very, very well recognized. Okay, so I have students who apply for DO as well. We have a couple of DO schools as well, and a lot of BSDO schools are in such a way that you can change to an MD school later. It's not like you're tied to a DO school. Okay, so that is the difference between MD and DO. Any questions that you have, please put them in the chat and I'll address them. Okay, so now why you're here for, which is what makes a great BSMD profile. Okay, so if you're multitasking, please come back, take a snapshot of this slide, because it's super important. It's 6 criteria. That's it. It boils down to 6 criteria. Okay, number 1 is academics. Number 2 is test scores. Number 3 is research. Number 4 is community service or volunteering. Number 5 is clinical exposure. Medical shadowing is mandatory for the BSMD. Then extracurricular activities where students need the wow factor. Okay, the wow factor is to stand out. It cannot be blended. You can't just have HOSA or anything. HOSA is like a lower level extracurricular, something that you've done outside of the classroom, a passion project, and all that adds to the profile. Okay, and that's what it is. Any questions about the 6 criteria, please put them in. This is super important, and yeah, and you can take a snapshot of this as well. Okay, so I'm just going to dig deeper into each of these criteria. Number 1 is academics. You need to have like exceptional GPA. If class rank is offered, a class rank, AP or IB courses are also very, very important. Okay, and then when it comes to courses, they're expecting these 4 courses to be there in a student's profile. One is AP Biology, AP Chemistry, AP Physics 1 is good enough. Mathematics is AP Calculus AB. That's good enough. If you get BC, it's a bonus. Stats is a bonus. So given a choice between AP Stats and Calculus AB, always pick Calculus AB because that's what is important for the course, okay? So any questions about the courses, it's important because I've seen students not having physics in them, not even honors physics, and it really, really hurts an application because they are looking for these four courses in a student's profile. And of course, please don't ignore the history. Colleges need 3 years of history. Just don't think that, oh, only STEM courses. No, this is America. They want you to know about the US history. So APUSH is a very good course. World history is good. So a student needs to challenge themselves in history as well. Then there's 3 years of foreign language. You cannot ignore that. That's also very important. You can either take Spanish or even Latin is very, very popular. And also English. You need 4 years of English. So please don't forget that colleges have a mandatory requirement of 4 years of English, 4 years of science, 4 years of math, 3 years of geography or history, which is social studies, and 3 years of foreign language. Okay, please remember that. Don't compromise. Don't think it's not important. Okay. Again, high course rigor. If you have like the capstone diploma or the IB diploma, it looks very, very positive. And the scores that's needed by top colleges, you need 15, 30 upwards if it's SAT, ACT of 34 plus. And colleges don't mind whether you make it, whether you do SAT or ACT. Okay, and it is not test optional. BSMD requires that you submit your scores. Okay, the lower undergrad may have not the requirement, but then the BSMD program requires that. Okay. And the extracurricular activity is a combination of volunteering, shadowing, and research. And this counts as the wow factor, is what you have to have in the profile. Okay, it's like you're applying to the top 1 to 5% program. So the student's candidature has got to be 1 to 5%. You cannot just have like average or very, very normal, very predictable profile, predictable clubs, and all that. Something that is a cut above is what's needed, and I'll show you how. Okay. So volunteering, the easiest place to go is senior centers. We also have a free course where you can start a Horizon Network chapter. In our counseling program, we help students start a club in their school where they can go to nearby senior homes and volunteer there. Okay, like end-of-life care, hospice centers, and everywhere they can volunteer. They can volunteer in hospitals. So the volunteering needs to be like STEM and healthcare related, preferably in a hospital. They like that. So that's super important. Then shadowing. Medical shadowing is super important. You need minimum of 100 to 200 hours for all 4 years, okay? So the shadowing can be with a pediatrician. The easiest person to ask is your child's pediatrician, okay? And I've asked my own pediatrician and he said, yeah, I don't mind students shadowing, but they have to be my patient. Of course, my children are not medically inclined. It can be physician, okay, dentist, chiropractor. Dentist is also perfectly fine. They are anybody with a doctor in front of them and who are treating patients, you can go and shadow them, okay? And also, if you have restrictions like age restrictions, the best place to go is Walmart or Costco, where there are lens stores, right? You can even shadow optometrists, ophthalmologists. I'm going to share my student's profile and show you that the student who got into BSMD, BSDO program, she shadowed a dentist, okay? And my student who got into SLU shadowed an ophthalmologist, okay? I just can't get it out of my tongue. Okay, so any questions about the medical shadowing, please put into the chat. Okay, and then research. Research is another super important activity. They want students to create a hypothesis. And the two kinds of research are publishing a research paper, which we offer, okay, where students do research under a university professor. They write a research paper that's 4,000 words, and we help them submit for publishing. Okay, so that's a very good extracurricular activity or a research that the colleges need. And I'm going to show you the profile of my student who had 3 research papers. Okay, or working in a laboratory or a clinic, which after the pandemic is becoming extremely difficult and hard to find. So publishing a research paper is something that students can start off with. My student who got into Stanford, she did research with us. She used that research to get into Harvard's biomed internship, which in turn helped her get into Stanford. So it's a start. Okay. And a well-researched paper, we help students submit for journals, where the journal is assures them a peer-reviewed or a faculty-reviewed. Okay, a faculty in that particular specialization is going to review the research paper and say that yes, this contributes to the scientific community and approves the paper. At which point they get a DOI link which they can insert it into their resume. And I'm going to show you all of it. Okay. And okay. Okay, I'm just going to go over a resume of a BSMD and a BSDO candidate, and you'll be able to see what activities they have. Okay. Now, this is a student who did 3 research papers. As you can see, her paper was published, means it was published in the journal. The journal is a third-party journal. Which is we help students publish their paper in Journal of Student Research that accepts high school research paper. Please don't expect students to submit their paper to compete with PhD students or anything. This is for high school students. This is a very valid journal that students can publish, where you get the abstract, you can see the paper itself, and the student can put it in their resume. Got it? So when you put it in the resume, then it builds authenticity. Okay, she had 3 research papers. The third one was not published, but it got published by the time she went to her mini medical interview. Okay, and then she had research internships. We offer research internship when a student finishes their research paper. They come back and mentor other students. So they gain that kind of leadership opportunity as well. She had a lab internship where she did research on mice brain cells. She also did a dermatology research. And if you see here, her medical shadowing was under a dentist. Okay, so she did dental shadowing. She also had volunteering in a hospital, right? So that's very, very important. And in our counseling program, we teach how to find those opportunities. And within that, we help students. We have a secret sauce where we teach specifically an area which really looks good on their profile. There is no fluff. Students have to work hard. They have to go and shadow, but we help them get those opportunities. Then leadership, yes, HOSA is good. I didn't say it is bad, but it's not the top-notch activity. In the activities, I wouldn't put HOSA as number 1. I would put HOSA as third or fourth. Means you need to have activities that are better than a school club. Okay, anything that's outside of a school club is good. Okay, so that is how they rate the extracurricular activities. We teach all of this in our counseling program. Okay, and she had leadership opportunities as well. She had leadership. She was a captain. She had all kinds of extracurricular activities and certification as well. Okay, any questions about this resume, please put it in. I'm just going to show you my other resume. This is another student who got into Rensselaer Polytechnic BSMD program, as you can see here. And as you can see here, she had a good amount of APs, all 4 APs, which is like AP Physics, Chemistry, Biology, AP Calc. She had BC as well. Her academic honors, she had very good honors. She had national merit as well. She was leadership of the AI team. She also was the founder of Chemistry Club. Okay, and she had a lot of shadowing hours that she had undergone, like with so many different doctors. She had research as well. As you can see, she had 3 research with her, and also you can link all these your presentations into your resume, and we do help with that as well, which I want to quickly share. So what we do is she had research as well. I'm sorry, I'm just talking. Research with her, and also you can link all these your presentation. I'm sorry, it was my YouTube channel. So we offer this opportunity where we record students' final presentation and give it to them that they can put it in their resume as well. We always find opportunities to enhance a student's profile. These are her internships and extracurricular activities and everything. Please don't think that they're only looking for STEM students. They're looking for students who have fine arts, the right brain creativity as well. Okay. So any questions about the profile, please put the questions in there. I'm just going to go over the application process. So I went over the different options. I went over the ingredients. I went over the resume. I'm just going to go over the BSMD application process. Okay. So it's a 3-step process. Students need to get accepted into the undergraduate program through the Common App. And then they need to apply to the medical school application portal. They have a separate application portal. And then once their medical gets accepted, then they are invited for a mini medical interview. Okay, so these are the 3 steps that are involved in a BSMD program. Okay, and sometimes colleges have a Casper test or a psychological test as well. Drexel and Hofstra has that, and we help students prepare for that. Okay. So have you gained clarity about the BSMD, BSDO program? I'm just going to stop sharing so that I thumbs up, thumbs down. Did you learn? Was it helpful? Yeah, great. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Okay. So I'm almost done with my presentation. Then I'll take all the questions. Okay. Oh, it went all the way to the beginning. Sorry about that. Okay. So now that we've learned, how do you beat the competition, right? It's intense. It's like 1 to 5% acceptance rate, right? You create a plan to differentiate yourself from others. That's it. That's easier said than done. That's why we have our unique solutions for the BSMD. We have fall research. All our other research programs are closed except for one. The way we conduct our research is students work with the research experts and they work with the creative writers to produce a research paper that can be submitted for publishing. Okay, so it's a 12-week program. So with colleges, you cannot just say, oh, I did research. Like if you tell them that, hey, I wrote a 4,000-word research paper and I submitted for publishing, or here you see this has been published, it validates, it gets into the wow factor of the extracurricular activities, and students stand up. As a counselor, I have to visit so many colleges and speak to so many admissions officers, and the number one extracurricular activity that they look for is research. Okay, that's the number one, and that is what we offer. Okay, so we offer different research like cancer, neuroscience, infectious diseases, nanoscience, reproductive organs, AI, genomics, and business. But nanoscience is the one that is starting on Sunday, and that's what we are taking in for enrollment. And I just want to quickly go over nanoscience and biomed, which is an interesting field that is there. So our objectives is for students to learn about nanoscience, nanoparticles, and everything, and even environmental engineering. It helps students build that activism, like the sustainability, all that is like very, very good to build a profile. And secondly, you work on a topic that is the biomed medicinal fields, and then you learn how to write a research paper, right? Writing a research paper is a very, very hard skill to develop, and we help. We have an expert who helps students write the research paper as well. Okay. So this is what it is. All the information is available on my website. I'm going to share that with you. Um, so these are the details. It's starting this Sunday with this professor who is a professor from Arizona State University. Okay, so she's a nanoscience expert from Arizona State University. And they also work with a creative writer who's Professor Virgil. He's a licensed creative writer. He's also the head of our research program. And Professor Virgil helps students in writing their research paper, how to write the introduction. It's a scientific paper that they write, the APA citations and the abstract, the hypothesis, everything is included as part of the program. Okay, and these are the details. You can find them on our website as well. What are nanoparticles? How do you use nanotechnology in biomed field? And how to write that research paper is all included in the program. Okay, start to finish. Okay, and this is with the creative writer. They learn about data analysis, scientific inquiry, how to do research, how to create an outline and everything, how to get the first draft, the second draft reviewed and everything. Okay, and these are the sample topics that are there that they can develop, like nanoparticle based drug delivery for cancer, and everything. And you can look over I'm just going to share our YouTube channels where our students have presented. Just going to quickly share that. Okay, so as you can see here, you can go to our playlist. I'm just going to share this with you here. Okay, if you go to our playlist, you will see all the presentations here, the nanoscience research, the summer research, everything, our students' presentation right here. And they are able to insert the presentation into their resume anywhere that is possible so that they can showcase to colleges. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so these are the potential topics that are there. You'll find them in more detail on our website as well. For genetic disorders or anything, like, I mean, the sky is the limit when it comes to research. Okay, so how do you register? You can go to giftedgapper.com. I'm just going to put the website in there. All the details are available on our website. Okay, I'm just going to quickly share what's on our website. So if you go here, you can go to courses, and you can see all the programs that we offer. This nanoscience research. You can go in here and look at the dates. All the details are there. What is being taught in the session, all right, the potential topics that are there for that, our research publishing, the professor bio, everything is available on our website. And you can look at previous research as well, and you can enroll in a program. And just for today, you can just select basic and we will upgrade you to premium. Okay, so this is how you go about enrolling in our program. Okay, and we do have BSMD counseling that has already started. So yeah. So we teach them everything as to how to build their profile in our counseling program, how to build those honors and awards, extracurricular activity, wow factor, creating an amazing cover letter and resume, looking for volunteering opportunities, honors and awards, building the passion project. Everything is included in our counseling program. Okay, now the seniors is done because the applications are almost done, right? And yeah, I just went by. So how do you impress colleges with research? Why? Why? Right? Research is an atypical or a rare extracurricular activity, right? Also, it's considered a passion project. It demonstrates intellectual curiosity. That is what colleges are looking for. They're looking for subject matter experts. They're looking to see how students are deep learners. Gen Z has a notorious reputation of being surface learners. Now with research, you've got to be a deep learner, right? And it's a unique research activity in a subject, right? They can write their supplemental essays on it and everything. And that is how we also help show them how to showcase research in their college application. And our program success, Rensselaer Polytechnic typically has 700 applicants. They only select 15 to 18, and I showed you the resume of a student who got in through our counseling, our essays, our profile building, and everything. Okay. Next is our students typically get 1 to 4 BSMD offers with scholarships. Okay. And our students have been featured on the news. We also help students with the media coverage and everything to build their profile. Now, this student was featured in a newspaper in Georgia, and we were mentioned as helping her with that. Mansa's research explored the cancer development, and the professor named Jyotsna, me, Professor Virgil, and everybody. So we help students with building the media coverage as well. That's something that is very unique that we offer. And we also want to tell you, this is the acceptance letter from Hofstra, BSMD program. A student got in, and the admissions officer wrote a handwritten note. We work very closely on the essays and the profile. It says, I enjoyed learning about Garba through your essay, and I'm happy that it makes you feel connected to your culture. Now, this student got 4 BSMD offers. Okay. And also, I want to share an acceptance letter from Duke, which shows how important research is. It says, I enjoyed reviewing your application, and the admissions committee was impressed by your innovative projects and research progress. So, you can see right here how important research is as an extracurricular activity for not just BSMD, any major. Okay. Okay. And this is some student love. Our student got into Johns Hopkins full tuition, St. Bonaventure, just about any college, any BSMD program. You can look up. Okay, passion project success. We've had a lot of success where the student showed up on the news for his suicide prevention efforts and everything. So we help students with building a worthy cause. It has to be a worthy cause, and we help them we create a media plan, how to approach media channels and everything. Now,
been closer, been deep. He saw that I was struggling when no one else was. And he told me, look, just something.
So this is how we help our students in every facet. We are quite out of the box, unconventional, right? So activities like these are the wow factor. Got it? You show up on the media, you certified yourself as being an expert, right? So we help students in different areas like this as well. Okay, and of course, just for today, if you enroll in the nanoscience program, you will be upgraded for premium, which is $3,000. It has extra one-on-one sessions. You will get it for free. You can put the code premium. Even if it doesn't work, don't worry. We will give you an upgrade, but you have to enroll tonight. Okay. And okay, this is our scholarship course. You can enroll in this. I'm sorry. Okay, so for questions now, okay, I'm just going to stop sharing. Okay, I'm just going to go over all the questions. Okay, thank you. Any questions, just put them in the chat or raise your hand. I'm just going to make you a panelist so I can help you. It says, how many do I apply to? You mean BSMD? We typically apply to 5 BSMD to BSDO. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Okay, is it easier to get into the BSDO programs? If so, what is the percentage acceptance rate? It's a common misconception that it's much easier. It's just a shade easier. That's it, because they are looking. It's very competitive. I wouldn't say it's the easiest. You're talking about a combined medical program, so they're really hard. How much research do you need? one research is good enough. That's what we offer. You can enroll in our program. If you want to build on it, then you can go for it. Okay, Advait is saying, why is HOSA not good? I never said HOSA is not good, but you need to have an activity that is better than a school club. Okay, HOSA is good, but I would like, there are 10 spaces in the Common App. I would put HOSA not as the number one, but as the number three. So you need two activities that are over HOSA. Got it? And HOSA is also a very, very common activity which every student has. So your goal is to stand out, not blend in. Got it? Okay, so yeah. I promoted you to panelist, so you can ask your question, J Sam. Yeah, you can unmute yourself and ask a question. Okay. Yeah, are you not able to unmute? Okay. Yeah.
Hi, Joshna. Sorry, I didn't know that I was going to unmute. But my question is on the research and the other, like the person who had done suicidal prevention.
Yes.
Is there a package for that? I didn't see anything for that. I think you know about my son, so.
I don't remember. I'm so sorry. I meet with so many students. So you can send an email. You can join our research program, and the media, everything is part of our counseling. So we can share a proposal to you if you just want the media coverage.
Okay, sure.
Okay, but the caveat is they need to have a worthy cause. Okay.
Yes.
If they don't, we will help you find it. And also you need to be able, you need to work very, very hard. Okay. So it involves a lot of work, a lot of hustling, building a website, sending cold emails. We will help you. I will personally help you in creating the emails, but the student has to hustle. Student has to drive. Got it? But it is possible.
Okay. Yeah, he's already in research, two researchers, one with Johns Hopkins and another with Penn State. He has started a social cause, but I think that, you
can email me and we can review and go over. Okay.
Okay, absolutely.
Thank you for asking. Yeah. Okay, so the other question is, how can I start a club for STEM-related activities and volunteering? It's all part of our counseling package, Advait. We have another club, which is the Horizon Network Club, that we help students start in their school, where they build this club, they get their they get their like classmates and everybody together, and they can go and volunteer in your senior club. Okay, so that's part of our counseling. We help students in approaching the school administrators and then the mission statement and establishment. That's all included. Okay, when should you start shadowing? Ninth grade is preferable if you can find it. The earlier, the better, right? Because your clock starts ticking at ninth grade. If you can find something, that's perfectly fine, as early as ninth. Because you need to accumulate those hours, right? The more hours you accumulate, the better it is. I speak to all admissions officer. I go to so many college fairs. I visit colleges. I have a fly-in to a college where colleges invite me to come and learn about their program so that I can help students apply to that. So after speaking to the admissions officers, I've seen that highly competitive program like George Washington BSMD needs nearly 300 or 400 hours of medical shadowing. So you need to accumulate that all 4 years. So as soon as possible, you need to look for those activities. Don't just sit around, just take your child, go to every hospital around your house and knock on their doors and ask them for shadowing. It is possible. Got it? And that's what is needed. So you start as early as ninth grade. Partha, looks great. Will you help students navigate the entire process, including the applications to the BSMD in addition to research activities? I heard shadowing. Yes, sir. We do. It's a whole soup to nuts. We are experts in BSMD. I eat, drink, sleep, poop colleges. I'm just kidding. It's such a bad joke. BSMD. So yes, we meet with admissions officers to understand what they're looking for, and then we kind of adjust the plan accordingly. So yes, that's how we build soup to nuts. Okay. What is the average success rate of the acceptance of your students? Thanks for asking. On an average, our students get accepted into 1 to 4 BSMD programs. Of course, let me be honest, there's no magical formula. I showed you about the 6 criteria. It's got to be there. Okay. And also mainly asking for inspiration given the acceptance rate is so low. Yes, sir, the acceptance rate is very low. So what? But there's something that will stand out. I had a student, exceptionally good student. She didn't have grades or the stats, but her research was phenomenal. She did research on effect of turmeric on immunology. It was a fantastic research paper that got her into Nova Southeastern. Okay, not great stats. So you never know until you apply and aspire, right? Why should you be intimidated by the acceptance rate? Don't you agree? You've got to try. That's my point of view. Why not try? What's the worst that can happen, right? Did BSMD already started? That means we should wait. Yes, the group lessons started already. To check, can you please email me and I'll see if we can give you makeup sessions. Okay, you can email me. Can a 9th grader register for Biomed Nanoscience? Absolutely. The earlier you start, the better it is. Okay, it's not perfection, it's progress over perfection. Your first research paper is not going to be perfect, but you're going to be improving and learning. And coming into research increases their concentration and deep learning that's going to help them with their AP courses, their AP biology, the AP chemistry, because they're learning so much concepts here in research. Okay, research is not an easy activity. Please don't think that it's an overnight thing. You enroll in the program, boom, shakalaka, it's all done. No, your child needs to work hard for that, but we will be here every step of the way guiding them. Okay. Where do we search for shadowing opportunities? Your pediatrician, your dentist, anybody who has anything, you can just walk up and tell them, hey, can I please shadow your doctor? I'll wear a mask. I'm going to stay a little at a little distance, but I would like to see the doctor working and everything. Please go approach doctors for shadowing. Where is the research? Is it remote? It's via Zoom. Yes, it's on Zoom. Sundays is when students meet with the nanoscience professor. I'm just going to share that with you. It's right here. All the details are there on our website, which I'm going to share. Okay. So you'll find everything here, including the dates, the timing, everything. We keep it on a Sunday so that students can attend the class. Okay, and yeah, great question. Do you guide them all 4 years of high school? Is that program? Yeah, absolutely. We can build anything for you. We have the expertise. We can build a customized program for you if you want it all 4 years, but that's not necessary at all. You just need to come to our group lessons for 10 weeks. That's good enough. You will get the blueprint, right? So you can start with that. I don't like locking in people for 4 years. That's just me. Okay. Anyone has any other questions? Please put them in the chat and I will address them, or I can promote you as a moderator. Okay. Any other questions? When can you as a student start volunteering and become a medical assistant? Grade 9. Grade 9 is a good, Meghna, grade 9 is a good time to start. Is that what you were looking for? You can raise your hand. You can unmute yourself. And
yes, thank
yeah.
you.
Right, yeah. Any other questions? No? No, I'm going to take one final question before I let you go. I want to thank you for coming here. You spent a good 1 hour here learning stuff, right? So now it's time to take action. How much ever knowledge you have, you really need a person to guide them through this complicated process. So I look forward to seeing every one of you. Any other questions? One last question? Do we need to get shadowing verified, such as a form signing or anything else? Absolutely, Advait. That's a great question. Absolutely. So I tell my students to get the hours validated on a letterhead by the doctor. And please don't think about international shadowing and going to India to get shadowing hours or anything. It just raises red flags. Got it? So please don't do that. Somewhere here so that you have the longevity. And of course, it's needed. Everything has to be validated and produced like authentically. So please keep track of all your volunteering hours, shadowing hours, everything. And if you're volunteering in a nonprofit, please make sure you get it signed on their letterhead and everything. Yes, you need to maintain records of everything and even share a copy with your high school counselor so that when the admission officer calls, it's not the student that they call the high school counselor if they have any questions, right? So we do not want to raise red flags. Always maintain paperwork for everything that you do. Okay, and valid organizations. If they are a nonprofit, then make sure they have a 501c3, they have an EIN number and everything, right? So please validate everything before enrolling your child or yourself into the program, okay? So if you don't have any other questions, it's giftedgabber.com. All the information is right there. Anything else, just email us.